Guys, if there's one tip I can give you going into 2021, very simple one. Don't try to be awesome at your job. You only get penalized in the end. Hey guys, welcome to New Year's freaking Eve. And if you're probably wondering what the hell that beginning clip was all about, well, basically, everybody pretty much got let go early except for me, one other person, and the after hours. Basically, they wanted to keep me on the phone because I can handle my shit without management or anybody else, and I have access to everything, and it was slow, so everybody else got to go home. Well, they're already home, but got to go prematurely, and I had to stick around as well as a couple others because we can do our job. Do I get paid extra for that? Hard no. Nope, no extra pay. Basically, because I'm good at what I do, I get penalized, and that's what I'm talking about. See, if you suck at your job, but you're just good enough where you're able to do it, not good enough where they don't see you as like independent, then you get away with stuff. And here's the worst part about it. People who got sent home early, they're still getting paid for their time. Lovely jubbly. Happy freaking New Year's. I'm going independent because I kind of want some near beer for tonight. So let's pitter patter and have at her. Alrighty, came down here to Independent. You can see it down there. It's way down there. Got the beer in the box of the truck because it's a good way to cool it off real quick while we drive home. Why not? Anyway, let's go home. It's New Year's Eve. I got myself a dirty snack for tonight. I'm not ashamed to mention it. It's something I've wanted for a while. And gonna party hard and enjoy a bag of Doritos. Not freaking sponsored. So somebody asked me, Adam, are you gonna make another New Year's goals video like you did last year? For anybody who's new to my channel, this is something I like to... Now you're probably saying to yourself, Adam, what do you mean New Year's goal? Basically, the whole idea for a New Year's goal, a lot of people say New Year's resolution. I say New Year's goal. Let me explain the difference to you in case you weren't here last year or the year before when I talked about this. See, the problem with the New Year's resolution is, for some reason, people have it in their mind that if you fail your New Year's resolution, just quit. Do it next year. Pick it up the following year. You know, the top two New Year's resolutions are always the same. Quit smoking, lose weight. Those are the two that everybody, 99% of the population picks. This year I'm going to eat good. I'm going to lose a bunch of weight. I'm going to exercise more. I'm getting a gym membership. Gonna give her 110%. That lasts for 5 days. They quit. They're stuck with a 1-year registered gym membership that they got to pay for that they're never going to use again. They could just, quit. Or if they fall off the wagon, get back up, dust yourself off, climb back on the wagon and keep rolling. But no, they quit, they don't bother resuming, waste of time. Same with the ones who say I'm gonna quit smoking. January 1st hits, they throw away their cigarettes. That's it, I'm done. And they last a bit, a couple days, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. Some of them, they quit and they quit. They actually ate cold turkey and it worked. But a lot of them that I know make it 5 days. They're hanging out with a friend or a colleague at work or something. They light a smoke and they're like, can I have one of those? And boom, that's it, it's over. Now, they could be like, oh, I screwed up and I had a cigarette. Oh, I feel bad. Start back the countdown to 0. No, they end up going to the store, buying a deck of darts and carrying on where they left off for just 5 days. That's my problem with New Year's resolutions. Apparently, it's socially acceptable to just quit them when you fail. The difference between a New Year's resolution and a New Year goal is the goal is something you decide on at the beginning of the year. You have 365 mother friggin' days to complete that goal. For instance, back in 2018, I made the New Year's resolution, or bad word, New Year's goal, better word. My New Year's goal was I wanted to A, get rid of those damn raspberry bushes out of my backyard, and there was a huge montage video set of that. B, fix up the mini bikes and sell them because I was no longer using them. That was completed. That was just, I put that in there, but the big thing was get rid of those raspberry bushes, and then I added a secondary goal of learn how to spray and respray the Trans Am, and I did that too. Completed those two. For 2019, my main primary goal at the end of the year, last year is when I made this video, my main primary goal was a simple. I want to get off the vape. I don't want to be using vaping anymore. I want to be done with it. I want to be able to not have to sit in my truck in the winter and use a credit card and scrape the residue off the window because it's caked on there and it's not thawing off and it leaves a haze and it ruins things. It ruins. I shown you my camera. I can't even zoom anymore, my one camera, because so much vape got in there, it broke the gearing mechanism or it stuck it or something. It's basically seized. One of the monitors I took apart, I never showed you guys this, but it literally had vape caked in it, like brown liquid oozing out of it because of how much I vaped, and I knew it was bad. I knew it was bad with electronics. for anything that doesn't have an active wind flow that's forcing air out of the system. My computers, I checked them out this summer when I dusted them. They were fine. But I can imagine that 32-inch TV up there in the computer room and the other monitors are probably looking just as gnarly on the inside as that one that I pitched. So when I saw that, I knew right away, yeah, you know what? Time to pump the brakes. So last year, my primary resolution was quit vaping. Did I quit in January? No. Did I quit in February? No. Did I quit in March? No. Did I quit in April? No. May? No. June? No. July? No. August? Yes. Halfway through the year, I put it down to see how I'd be, and I realized it was just a habit. Like in March, I stopped using it in my truck. If I went out to get groceries, I didn't bring it with me. I wanted to discontinue the whole, I'm in my truck driving, I need to be hauling on my vape. And that worked. Then the only time I used it was upstairs in the computer room, as I call it, the studio. And then I stopped using it there. I stopped using it altogether. I never used it when I was going out fishing this summer. I never even brought it with me because a lot of the parks have a no smoking policy and vaping falls under the smoking regulations. So I succeeded in that one. The other two goals were not really goals. It was things I wanted to get done but got cocked over by 2020 being the year that it was, the pandemic, right? The first thing was either A, try and get a better raise at work to make more money so I can afford to live, or B, try and get more hours at work so I can make more money and afford to live, or C, get a new job that'll pay me more or what I'm worth so I can afford to live. You know, couldn't get the more money because according to the contract company, I was lucky to be working during these times when I know people who were on the CERB making more than I was while I had to wake up every day at 9 to 5 and put in time, and they just sat around in a swimming pool drinking beer like they were Homer Simpson, getting day drinking and making jokes about day drinking. That's fun. Yeah, the more hours never happened because during the pandemic, a lot of the businesses that we support were basically shut down. They weren't operating. So there was less people to support, therefore less need for IT. Therefore, our hours were reduced. I was literally working 29 hours a week. A lot of those half-day freaking Fridays were actually full-day Fridays. I just got up at noon. 29 hours a week, taking home, maybe if I was lucky, $500 a week. So I was making pretty much the same amount as somebody on CERB, except for I had to get up in the morning and bust my ass. So right on. Tried to get more hours in the beginning. I thought I had it set. They put me on a new initiative that offered me more hours. That lasted for 2 weeks, and then hours were reduced again because the initiative was not as big as they thought, and the people they kept on board were whatever. Anyway, all I know is it didn't work out. Had a couple job interviews this summer, but kind of got kiboshed over the fact that I was applying for stuff outside of my field, and one of them, yes, it was a construction job, and when they saw I had an IT background, they were like, you're a computer guy. Didn't look at the fact that I can lift things and I want to try something different. I'm a computer guy, get a computer job. That's how it was. You know, I wanted to be the one job it paid $3 more an hour than I make now for general laborer, and it was construction, so it'd be a whole new thing that I can enjoy, a whole new aspect of employment. Hey, construction, you know, it'd be kind of neat to learn how to do this stuff, to learn how to maintain roadways and do that. I'd probably start off as a flag turner. Who cares? You start off somewhere and you go. And I was all for it. I was all for getting out of the house all day and standing out in the sun and working and burning more calories and that I'm taking in and losing more weight while getting paid to. That's pretty cool. But got denied because they look at the resume and they see all the customer service computer work that I do and go, yeah, I don't think you're fit for the job. Well, you won't even give me a chance, so that sucks. Anyway, it was an entry-level position and the requirements were a grade 12 diploma. So it's not that I didn't go to school for it, that was a problem. It was the fact that they just judged me based on the cover of my book, which I thought we're not supposed to do anymore, but it is what it is. Anyway, other things in the works. And the last thing that I wanted to do was get my roof done. Now, obviously, if I can barely afford to eat, there's no way I can pay somebody to come put a new roof on this place. On top of that, the pandemic caused building material prices to shoot through the roof. My brother had, before they sold their house was smaller than mine, if you can believe that. My house is 944 square feet, and that's this level in the upstairs. My brother's house was 720 square feet. He had a smaller footprint than I did, smaller roof than I did, and it cost him $3,700 to have his roof redone because of how expensive the cost of shingles and all the material was. The labor was the same labor. Like when I had Buddy here 2 years ago quoting me on the roof, and he quoted me $2,300. I guarantee you if I would have had them come and quote me again, that price would have been $4,000 just because of the cost of shingles. It's ridiculous. Those two things didn't get done, but my main primary thing was get off the vape. Why? Because now the government doesn't have a stranglehold. I don't drink alcohol. That's a government regulated thing around here. The Ontario government runs the LCBOs, the Liquor Control Board of Ontario. Got off smoking cigarettes, so I no longer need to waste money on that junk. And I quit vaping, which is awesome because apparently they just passed a new bylaw about vaping where the only vapes you can buy are the ones that come in the little pods, not the and the non-refillable kind. Like you don't buy the juice and fill them up anymore. You buy like the Jewel, I guess is one of the brands, and there's other brands out there like it. You buy the non-replaceable, non-refillable. Once you're done vaping it and it's empty, you drill it in the trash can, slap a new one on, and go to town on it. That's what you got to buy now, and that's what you got to use. I had one of those for fun. They were giving them out at the corner store as a trial. They were because if you went in there and you're like, "Oh, are you over 19?" and they'd ask you, "Are you over 19?" and it's like, "Bro," and it's like, "Oh yeah, okay. Do you smoke?" And I said, "Well, I vape." And he said, "Here, try this product," and he hands me an e-dart. And I was like, "What, you want me to try it in the store now?" He's like, "No, keep that. That's yours." He goes, "Go ahead and, see what you think. And if you like it, we sell them here. These are demos. We're trying to get people to," I was like, okay, whatever. And I tried it, and it was, people aren't going to quit smoking using those. If they're looking for an alternative that's safer, that offers a safer choice, that's not going to work because that was like that old thing that I used that I bought with Bloke back in 2013. It didn't work. Well, it worked, but I was also running like 24 milligrams of nicotine in the damn thing, which is called cowboy tobacco, which will knock your friggin' face off. So, I'm glad I quit when I did. I ended up giving Joss one of my good working e-darts because she's still vaping, and apparently you can't buy these things anymore because now they sell pod systems due to regulations. So I don't know how the hell these vape stores in town are going to run. I guess they're all going to close down due to this. Whatever. It is what it is, right? The market's good and then it dies. It's the way she goes. But I'm glad I got off the vape. Sucks about the roof, especially now that I got a new tenant that if I ever catch is going to go into the Instant Pot. You bet your damn gitches it will. And yeah, but as far as 2020, guys, 2020 was a shit year. Like the pandemic sucked. Like it was garbage, right? Lockdown and can't hang out with your friends and travel bans and blah and blah and blah and people getting sick and stupid shit and wear a mask going to Walmart and only like 25 people in a store at once, so you had to wait in queue and it sucked. However, this year is probably the first year that I was more physically active outdoors ever in my life, except when I was a kid. Because when I was a kid, I was always outdoors. I mean, since I bought this house, let's just go with that. This year has been the most physically active time that I've ever had since I bought this house. With all the biking, the fishing, just getting out there and doing stuff, having a good time. Next year is going to be off the hook too, because we still have camping to try. I've never been camping. I got myself a truck tent. You guys saw that video. I got myself my camping stuff. I got my stove. I got my freaking pans. I got some more pans over there that I got to go through. All that fun stuff. This year is going to be off the hook too. We're going to have a good time. Got a lot of lakes I want to try and fish. A lot of things I want to try and do. And I'm going to take you guys along with me, because it's going to be an adventure. And as for the New Year goals this year, guys, here's my battle plan. I look around this house, and you look around this house, and it's a cluttered mess. 900 square feet, and I got shit everywhere. My goal for this year, guys, is to declutter my life and get rid of stuff. Let's go for a little walk. I want to show you what's going on. Like on top of my fridge here, I got shit everywhere. I need to go through this, sort it, and toss what I don't need. All this stuff up here, I need to sort it, toss what I don't need. A lot of cows. Can you tell I like cows? Yeah, you can tell I like cows. But there's just a lot of stuff up here that I don't need. Especially up there. More cows. A hat that's a relic, because that company doesn't exist anymore. Gotta go through all this. Find out what's in here. Keep what I want. Throw out what I don't need. Go through all these pans. Some of these pans, like this one right here. This is a good freaking pan. It's Lagustina. It's thick. It's durable. This would be a good camping pan. I might just keep that for camping. But like a lot of these, like look at that one. It's burnt to shit. I don't know why I'm hanging on to it. So I'm going to toss out all the garbage pans and sort through all this stuff and get this all organized. I haven't drank since March 2019. And I still have bottles of rum. The hell's that? Tequila, some daiquiri, whatever that is. Biggest coffee cup you ever did see in the history of seeing a coffee cup. Look at the size of that beast. Oh, you don't think it's big? Here's a standard coffee cup beside the other coffee cup. So this is you, and this is the guy she tells you not to worry about. Even going through my cupboards here, I see all these glasses and all these coffee mugs and stuff. I don't use them. Why do I have them? Why don't I donate them to like Rebuilt Resources or use them for slingshot practice in the backyard? Then I even come into here, into my living room where my gym is. This couch, it's literally covered in cat piss. I don't know why I'm hanging on to it. I never sit on the damn thing because I can't stand cat piss. So this summer, I'm scrapping this damn couch. It's getting the hell out of here. I don't need it. It's gone. This bench, I don't use it. I don't like it. It's uncomfortable. It sucks. It's the worst friggin' preacher curl bench ever. I didn't like it after I bought it. Obviously, I couldn't return it. It was purchased on Kijiji, but he wouldn't take it back anyway. So I'm gonna sell it. I don't like it. Somebody else might like it. He liked it. So maybe my ape index isn't good enough to use it. Maybe you need somebody with a serious ape index to give her. I don't know. I tried lifting these bars up as high as they possibly could go. No dice, no go, no good. Don't like it. Like in order to actually use it, I had to take the pin out and drop this right down to make it feel good. Otherwise, I had to stand up and use it, and that's why it's on the highest notch. So I can stand up behind it, lean over, and do preacher curl. But even then, it's hard to grab the bar off the supports. So I'm gonna get rid of this thing. I don't need it. I'm keeping my chair. That chair's comfy. That's fine. I need to hang up this friggin' mirror. I've literally had it like this for over a year now, just leaning up against the wall. On the back of this mirror, there is a this here. It's slotted. It's like shaved in. So all I need to do is grab a piece of 2x4, do a 45-degree cut so that this can slide into it. Actually, it's a piece of that's 1 inch. So even a 1 inch, okay. I'm gonna lean this back against the wall where I had it, where it's making grooves in my paint. Good thing I don't care, eh? Anyway, and then I just gonna mount it on the wall here, hang it on the wall, and then in the bottom, down here, it's hard to see, but there's a hole where you can rip a screw through to anchor it to the wall, and then it'll be good. Another thing I want to get rid of is this piece of crap bench. Might be good for some people, but for me, it is completely garbage. This bench can only handle 300 pounds. When you're 200 pounds, that means you can only use 100 pounds on it, which is fine if you're a teenager looking to bodybuild and you're 145 pounds. That means you can put up to 150 pounds on the bar and bench press it. So this bench is perfect for you. However, for a guy like me who currently weighs 230 pounds, 220, 230 pounds, whatever, I haven't weighed myself in a while, just go with it. This bench literally tells me that I can do 70 pounds extra before I'm going over its limits. Now, 300 pounds is not the dead-on limit. They probably put it up to like 400 pounds and then it folded in half under pressure. And they went, okay, for 300 pounds, it can handle it, but we'll call it a 300 pound bench, and that way nobody can sue us as long as they don't go over 300 pounds. That's usually how it works. I don't use a damn bench. I'm gonna get rid of the damn bench. It's not for me. I didn't pay much for it. I think I paid 20 bucks for it off Kijiji. I used it a couple times for doing pec death, where you basically you destroy your pecs. I do bench off the Bowflex, cable flies off the Bowflex, and then flat dumbbell presses off of the bench, and then I finish it off with push-ups off my push-up machine, to the point where when you're done, your tits are on fire. You give it 2 minutes, rinse and repeat. Do that 5 times. The next day, your taters will be just melting. It'll be amazing. So that's my plan, is to declutter my life. Now, whether or not I do that with a yard sale or a dump run, that'll be decided. Will it be a dump run? Probably not, because they're still taking bags at the side of the road, and I got some contractor bags. I can just fill them suckers up, fire them at the side of the road, and let the garbage truck do my dump run for me. Save myself 20 bucks. However, with that couch, that's probably going to be a dump run. I'm definitely getting rid of it. Like I said, it's piss soaked. Scampers ruined that couch. So it's got to go. I'm going to get rid of it. That'll give you more gym space room in the living room, and that would be a lot nicer than having a piss-soaked, stinky couch in there. Even looking around here, I want to go through this. I want to reset this back up, but I want to clean it up, obviously, because it's covered in dust from sitting since 19 fish and chip. But I'm going to clean this back up. I'm going to get one of those refillable containers for it, because it's nice for making tea. It's got the hot water on it, so you can just hit the hot water. I'm going to run some bleach through it, obviously, to sterilize it, get it back up and running, and I'm probably going to sit it over in that corner, because I think there's an outlet down there somewhere that I can tap into, and if not, there's one back here. Clean up all that shit back there. There's like box of pans and stuff, and This chest set has some glass, shot glasses in it. But when you don't drink, what do you need shot glasses for? Just saying. So that's once again my goal for next year, is to declutter my life, because my life is just shit everywhere. And I remember in 2018, I made a series of 3 videos where I literally filled up 10 garbage bags of stuff that I threw out. And when I did that, this kitchen was completely empty. I remember I'd walk in, it would be empty. This entrance room was completely empty. Not the case right now. I fixed my closet. The objective was to clear that closet, get in there and take everything out, find out what the heck it is, sort it, get rid of what I don't need, keep what I do, so I can start putting like my shoes and boots and stuff in there, so it's not out in the open. I've been putting my winter coat away in there, and my snow pants. My new snow pants are in the closet. This is all stuff I want to do. So that's what next year is going to be about. The main theme for next year is going to be called decluttering. That's what we're going to do. I'd like to sell shit, and like even in my computer room upstairs, you know, I got that Logitech steering wheel. I never use the damn thing, so I might as well sell it. Now, as for the VR helmet and the, I use that all the time, actually. I got a VR fishing game that's kind of fun. It helped me until ice fishing season to keep the itch off my back, and it's been kind of fun to play. I would stream it, but I don't know how the hell to do that, because I wouldn't be able to read your comments while I'm fishing. So you'd be asking questions, I wouldn't be able to see them because I'd be wearing a stupid thing on my face. The other fun thing about it is using VR Google Maps or Google Earth. You jump in VR on Google Earth and you can fly around like Iron Man, and that's what I like doing. I like flying around and looking for fishing spots and then getting an idea, okay, how am I going to access that fishing spot with my truck, or do I gotta like not like park my truck somewhere and then walk the rest of the way to get to it? And that's how I found 20-Minute Lake last year and a few other lakes that I want to try next year. But I haven't used my G20 whatever the frig steering wheel that I've had, so I'm going to sell that, get rid of that thing. I don't know what else I got up there that I want to get rid of, but I'm going to go through all my stuff and just get rid of things, liquidate stuff I don't use anymore, stuff I don't need. Why do I have it? It's taking up space. It's gotta freaking go. Anyway, people, sorry that this video wasn't really action-packed or anything involved. I do plan on doing a fishing video because I do have, like, I just saw the fish finder to test out, and I want to see how that thing works. I'm doing a lot of research on it, got a lot of knowledge on it. Should be pretty good. Anyway, guys, because tonight is New Year's, like I said, I got some dirty snacks. I also got some dirty dinner. I'm making me some chicken. What are these? Chicken strips. Chicken fingers, the good kind. $8. Yeah. Alrighty, we'll cook those up in the air fryer. This is the first time I ever bought chicken fingers, and it came with plum sauce. I don't even think I like plum sauce. I just eat them like that, or sometimes I mix mayo with ketchup. And you guys ever seen that movie Step Brothers? It's mom sauce. No, it's my mom sauce. Freaking love that. Anyway, people, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and shut her down here. So hope you all have a happy new year. And in the comments down below, let me know what your new year goal is. Let me know if you have one, whether it's to lose weight, quit smoking, or maybe you're like me and you want to declutter your life, or maybe you got something else that you want to accomplish for next year, but you need the time to do it, and you expect to fail, but you do expect to get back up there and give it another go. That's the whole idea behind the goals, guys. It's about, you know you're going to fail. I tried quitting vaping a bunch of times this year, and I ended up going back to it. You know, I quit for a couple of days, and then I was like, oh, I'm hauling on the dart, screwed up, whoops. But all you need to do is just, when you fall off the horse, get back on it and just keep riding, you know? Anyway, let me know what your New Year's goals are, guys. Hopefully 2021 doesn't suck as bad as 2020 did. Hopefully we can all enjoy life going forward, and 2021 doesn't become like Mad Max the movie, because that took place in 2021. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, favorite, comment. Don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, guys, remember, live to win, never give in. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.